missing?
mean,
What are you missing most about being out and about? Because I've actually really enjoyed the fact that I've been at home all the time. I've not had any issues at all, to be honest. I've not left my house apart from a couple of bike rides in 8 weeks, dude. I've
yeah, yeah,
absolutely loved it.
yeah. I mean, your palace because you have a big playground and you run around, you play golf and you play football with your kids. So you're not bad at all.
No, and
I'm
I
getting a bad
appreciate
out
that,
like
and I
that.
understand that. But I'm
Yeah,
just talking from my perspective. You know what I mean? It's like from my perspective, I've actually really enjoyed
absolutely.
it. I know there's a lot of people that are on in the same boats, but um, have you got you've got a garden and stuff there, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a flat. We got 4 floors, but you can't really run around. It's hard to go for a walk and it's just a lot of fear.
Mm.
It's so you just like not able to get out. But as you said, you've spent a lot of time with your family. It's been good for you. It's actually been good for me as well because I've spent a lot of time with my wife, and my mom and my younger brother at home. So we've been working it out, and it's been actually good for us spending time with the family. Because when you're in the park, you spend years and years playing cricket and you miss so many festivals, you miss so many things celebrating with your family, and you actually realize those moments now when you're in lockdown with them.
That's what Virat was saying because he said to me on the same Instagram live. He was saying that it's the most time that he had actually spent with Anushka. Because as you know, the circuit that we get on when we are playing and broadcasting, whatever, you hardly ever see anybody. You're just boom, 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 boom all over the place, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, when you stop cricket and you did a lot of commentary, probably in certain tournaments. And when I see my senior cricketers like Rahul, Saurav, and Viru and Lakshman doing commentary all the time, I was like, I don't get it. You've been on the park for 15, 70 years international cricket. Then you played 6, 7 years of junior cricket, and now people are again on the park commentating the whole day, sitting in a test match, especially. I don't know. I have no chance that after playing for so many years, sit and talk about cricket and before I take a break.
Come and join me in the studios in Star. Come and join us in the IPL. Come and commentate with us, man. Come on. It's fun, dude. It's literally you're going to be watching the game anyway. Why you recently retired? Why can't you come and sit with us and have a laugh? The same way we're having a laugh now. It's not like playing, dude.
No, I definitely look forward to that. I just thought that, it's been a lot of years in the park. I'll take a break for a year and probably do certain tournaments where it makes sense for me to do it. Probably, join with, great players like you and Brian and, you know, learn a lot about commentating as well. Because I'm not really right now, I'm not really sure how I will do as a commentator. So I think it's going to take time for me to be in that mindset where I'm going to come on television and talk about cricket. So probably learn from you guys a bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, the key to commentary is what you say. Yes, it is about the articulation of how in how you say it, but it's what you say and your relevance to the game.
Yeah,
Being recently retired, knowing exactly what the Mumbai Indians, for instance, are saying
yeah,
about death bowling, you can bring so much more experience and so
yeah,
much more knowledge to the viewer about
yeah,
how the Mumbai Indians bowl at the death than any of us could. I mean, I'm 2 years retired now. There's a lot of guys there that are 20 years, 25 years out of the game, and it's that freshness of your idea to tap into exactly how the players are thinking these days. I mean, you don't have to be a motor mouth and go. You just right. This is what's happening. This is how it's happening, and people guide you through it. I mean, actually, in the commentary world, the guys are such nice people, lovely people.
yeah. I mean, once you retire, they all are nice. They don't have
Exactly.
anything to say to you because they said on the field all these years. So I guess there's a problem. Yeah. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand, experience would be great, but I just thought I'll take some time off from the game
Yeah.
and spend some time with my family and hopefully become a father, and then probably come back on the park. So I just don't want to hurry myself where,
Sure.
just come back and you're like, oh, again, I have to talk about cricket. So
How old are you
probably
now?
you don't want to ask that once somebody's retired. I'm 38.
Yeah, I'm 40 next month.
Yeah, I mean, it's one day you're gonna be 100, I'm gonna be 98, so we're gonna look the same.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get to my 100 before you, like I always did.
Oh yeah, you got too many of them, bro. You got too many.
Yeah, because I wasn't facing your rubbish as often as often as you wanted to bowl to me.
Oh
Listen,
yes,
a
yeah.
part of your email address was once upon a time it had pie chucker in it, didn't it?
It's still my email address. I remember when you made that statement about my bowling. First of all, I didn't feel bad. I actually laughed because I always looked at my bowling like that. But you actually put it right in words and how you felt facing me. That it actually comes out like a pie. So I laugh so much because over the years I would not put it into words. And I was like, everybody said, "Oh, you bowl really well." I said, "No, I'm a part-time bowler." And when you put my name as Pai Chaka, I'm like, yes, that is what my bowling is. And exactly, I made an email of, I won't say the email live on Instagram, but I still have the Pai Chaka email, and all my friends mail me on the same address. So I still have it. It's my favorite email address.
Really?
Yes,
How cool's that?
it is. I think it's a lot of my friends, every time I meet them, they call me, "Hey, Pai Chaka, what's up?"
I mean,
So
it's a pretty cool thing. But I mean, did you run in bowling to me thinking, I'm gonna just knock him over. Any ball now, I'm gonna knock him over.
the thing is that when you know somebody hits your bowling, they don't want to get out to you.
Yeah,
And in that
yeah.
fear, even if they want to hit you, they block you. So I know you were like, I'm gonna hit this guy out of the park, but now we
I
three
can't
down. I
get
better
out to
like,
him.
I can't get out to it. So I think that was more of the fun.
And I think we played against India just after we had played against Bangladesh or toured Bangladesh, and every freaking bowl. I think every person who served me room service was a left arm spinner. Every bloke who drove the bus was a left arm spinner. Then we had Shakib Al Hasan, and we had
Uh,
freaking every single bowler of theirs, apart from one seamer, was a left arm spinner. And then I had to come. So sorry, buddy. Have you got me?
yeah, you were saying you failed a couple of times to
But
spin.
I failed a couple of times against Bangladesh, and
Yeah,
then obviously, as you know, you've just mentioned it. The media start to. He's got a
yeah,
problem. He's
exactly.
got a problem. He's got a problem.
Yeah.
And then I turned up against your muck, and I was like, oh my goodness! Now if I get out to Yuvraj, I just don't. I actually don't even think I can do a press conference. And then I think I was just so cross in one of the press conferences. He bowls pies. He bowls absolute pies. Chicken and mushroom, steak and kidney, vegetarian options. They all come out.
Yeah, I think it was hilarious. But I mean, you might have come from Bangladesh. I think you scored a great 100 at Mohali. And I remember because I had got you out the previous test match, Mahi got me in with a new ball just to, irritate you.
Yes.
And and I remember you wanted to hit every ball out of the park, but you were just like, you know what, I don't want to get out to him. And you just knocked it around, and he just got 100. So I think you were smart there.
You know, game in South Africa in January this year after the Newlands Test match, after England played against South Africa. I finished playing cricket in 2018. We played an England team versus a South African team, like ex-players. Graham Smith was
Yeah.
captaining the South African team that had Callis, Boucher, I don't know who else. Can you believe it, dude? I walked out to bat at 3 or 4. Graham Smith said, come on, you bowling. And I was like, oh, guess what kind of bowler he was?
Bye, Chaka.
a fucking left arm spinner. I was like, oh my goodness. It is still haunting me.
Yeah, you don't like to face pies, I know that. But
Still,
I think
still haunting me.
no, but I think uh when you started reverse sweeping and you when you started switch hitting, I think you were probably one of the very few guys who started to switch hit. Uh Obviously reverse sweep is something a lot of players do really well. So does AB de Villiers. Do you think it actually helped you counter spin better?
Mate, the
Because I
problem,
remember, sorry, I just want to cut you there because I remember you were batting on the 90s against Sri Lanka, and I think Dilshan was bowling over to you, and
yeah.
you were reverse sweeping him, and they got irritated and they were stopping the game, and you kept on reverse sweeping him. So you think that it really it helps to count, it helps to play spin better?
Mate, well, you swept as well, didn't you? You swept prolifically. The one thing that completely messed me was DRS when Alim Dar gave out Sachin Tendulkar in Nagpur in a test match against Monty Panesar. And then we all looked at it and we were like, that's a great wicket. Panesar's just got out Tendulkar, but he was on the front foot. So
Yeah,
how all of a sudden are you now starting to give LBWs off the front foot and they start tracking and Hawkeye tracked it onto the stumps and that's when it changed, when umpires started giving decisions on the front foot. And I was a big guy, so same as you, quite tall, big stride, and I was able to hit the ball through the leg side, bang, bang, bang. If I got hit on the pad, it was no problem. I then had to change the whole way I played, and thanks to our great buddy Rahul Dravid, who helped me change the way that I played to start hitting through the offside. I never really played the reverse sweep or the switch hit against left arm spinners because you guys rolled the ball onto the stumps. You know what I mean?
mm,
So you
yeah.
started you, Vittori, Shakib Al Hassan, um, Doherty from Australia, Paul Harris, South Africa. You guys just rolled it onto the stumps because of DRS. Um, but the off spinners and the leg spinners, then I could have a bit of a ding dong. I wanted to just quickly move on to the toughest time in your career when you conquered cancer. How tough was that for you, mate? How I mean I know I came and saw you when you were struggling in Delhi when we were on that tour. Um, that must have been the lowest moment of your family's life, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that you know you can't really always express in words like what the moment was. And unfortunately, the moment came when I was probably in the peak of my career, and we had just won the World Cup. I had to get to play. Can you
Brother,
hear me
can you
now?
try your 4G? Take it off Wi-Fi, see if 4G works.
Okay, let's see if this works.
There we
Can
go.
you see me? Yeah. So yeah, as I just said, sort of just retired, and I was looking to forward to play test matches because I was 6, 7 years. I was just sitting out, and we had a very strong side, few chances, and then I got diagnosed of cancer, the peak of my career. So it was pretty disappointing. But if you look at the good part, I was young, so I could manage to go through it. But I think family went through a really tough time,
Yeah.
and my mother was very supportive, and motivated for me to come back as well
Mm.
because I thought that what I'm going to look forward to when I go back. I think it was reading a lot about Lance Armstrong really motivated me. And yeah, I mean, I came back. Everybody said that it won't be possible. I made it possible, but body was not the same.
Mm.
It almost took me 2 years to get my body back. I'm actually watching Last Dance on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Michael Jordan's documentary. And I look at it. I just thought that I actually should have retired and just taken more time off, like probably a year off, and then come back to sport. But I think I just was desperate to play Test cricket, and obviously the body wasn't same, so things didn't happen for me. But as I said, no regrets. You have to look forward in life. Always, I'm a positive person. I wanted to get out of it and lead my life by examples. And eventually, I came back and played a bit of cricket. Played for India, scored my highest one-day score ever.
Yeah.
So if you look at those positives, it's not bad.
How did you get through it? What made your drive to get through it? Was it just the passion of playing for India and pulling on that blue jersey? Was that something that you always just thought about? I'm going to put on that blue jersey and I'm going to put on that blue jersey again. I want to play Test cricket again. I haven't fulfilled my talent as much as I should have. Was that your driving ambition?
Absolutely. I think pretty similar thoughts that, I want to get back on the field and I'm going to, do it again. And, I'm not going to be that story where this guy gets diagnosed of cancer and he's about to die, but he saves his life and that's it for him. Because I was reading about other players who went through it. I wanted to be somebody like Lance, come back and win in big ways. But obviously, then you read Lance's story and then you understand that, oh, okay, maybe without this won't be possible. So, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of motivation for me in there, but I just didn't want to be that story where, guys, I'm sick, my body's done, that's it for me, all the best. I was not that guy. I always wanted to, had that challenge of getting up and in tough times, and that's what I've actually learned from cricket. Actually, cricket has made me a better person, and from the ups and downs in my career, I've learned to bounce back.
Yeah, and I think the nice positive um, message that has come out of this is the fact that sportsmen can unite, can't they? So it doesn't matter who you played against, when you played against them, in what country they played for. You can still support each other, because I know you got a lot of support from all your players and all your competitors, whoever played in for England, the West Indies, Australia, Pakistan. I mean, a life is a life, right? So
Exactly.
there's a lot more important things out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people understand that about humanity, that end of the day, we all humans. And
Yeah.
in times like today, we need to support each other. We need to help
Yep.
each other. So I
Yeah.
think I had a lot of love and support from all you guys and different players from different countries. And I think it made me feel special. It made me feel that, I've done something good in my life, and probably that's the reason why I have so much of goodwill from a lot of other people.
Mm.
And move forward in life. I pretty much, everybody in their career uh, has a lesson. It comes at a time where you need to decide what's next.
Yep.
So I think, like, when you were at the brink of your career, I felt, you were 34, you could have played another 4 years because you went off field being the best. But
Mm.
I think, it would probably, that's what I want to ask you as well. What was going in your mind then that, this is it? Do I want to play more or I'm leaving at my best? So, these are times where you're left alone in your mind where you got to take that decision to move, carry on.
Yeah, and it's tough, isn't it? I think people have to understand that sportsmen have emotions the same way as everybody else has emotions. Uh, I think what people don't take too seriously is how much it affects families
Yeah,
when players are under pressure. So you talk
yeah,
about the way your mother helped you through that, and I remember it very well. I remember coming to see you at your home and stuff when you were really struggling, and your mother was there for you. She was your rock. And
yeah,
what people don't realize is it's very easy to take Yuvraj Singh down, or take me down, or take whoever down. But when you're taking that person down, you are taking down their whole family and all their friends. And some
absolutely.
family members actually don't know how to deal with it because they love you for who you are. They don't care that you score hundreds for India. You wore that number 12 shirt with absolute pride. They don't care about me wearing 24 for England and scoring test hundreds at Lords. They didn't care. They care about the person, and they care about the individual. So a lot of these journalists and a lot of the way that people do get taken down, I don't think there is enough consideration for how much it affects families.
Yeah, actually, as I just spoke about you when I was talking about Last Dance, Michael Jordan's,
Who was I?
biography.
Was I Michael Jordan? Was I Dennis Rodman? Who was I? UV? Combination of the two?
Uh, I think you were Scottie Pippen. No, man, you definitely play like Michael Jordan.
Yes,
You
baby.
were on your day, you were special, no doubt about that.
I would have loved
Um,
to have been coached by Phil Jackson. Oh, actually, you know what, Phil? I'm going to Vegas for 2 days, baby. I'll see you later. I'm not playing against Yuvraj tomorrow. He knocked me over yesterday. I'm going to Dubai for a few days.
Dennis Rodman is Hardik Pandya. That's who Dennis Rodman is.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
but I was coming back to, what happened to him. He was 31 years old and his father dies. Uh, and people start saying that because of his gambling issues, somebody attacked his father. And it took so much toll on him that he left the game.
Yep.
The best player in the world left the game, started playing baseball and went through so much of crap through media and then, cleared his mind and came back. The media and the people, they don't realize what they do to you mentally.
Exactly right. Exactly. And I mean, I know I'm a broadcaster and I'm in the media and stuff now. And, but you always try and, I mean, I suppose when we talked about commentary earlier, when you are commentating, you have to be able to back up a negative um, with evidence. So if you say he's played a bad shot, it's like, why has he played that bad shot? What is he thinking about? Should he have played that bad shot? But like, I like to just call it sometimes. I remember calling quite a few games and going, you know what? The shot was on. He was caught at mid-on. He just didn't hit it well enough. It is what it is. He should have hit it out of the stadium, but he just didn't hit it well enough. It just hit the inside of the bat. And I mean, you try and call it that way, but I suppose keeping to the humour side. What did Freddie say to you before therapy for the next 6 weeks? What did
I
he
don't
say?
know.
I got asked this in an interview last, and I was like, I don't know what Freddie said.
I think Freddie said in the interview, obviously, you can't really have a conversation about exactly what he said. Freddie was, I don't know after how many years I've heard him say that. He said that it was one of my games I was not going to play for a long time. So probably that was my last game. And he said we were getting hit everywhere and I wanted to blow some steam off. And Yuvraj came in the picture. So basically what I think is that Freddie actually bowled two really good balls. Like he bowled one back of length, which mishit, went for a boundary. And he bowled a Yorker outside of stump, which I was able to hit for a boundary. And then I took a single, and he told me, dash, dash, shit shots. So I was like, sorry, Freddie? He's like, shit shots. It's very elaborative. So I said the same thing back. And he said, I am going to cut your throat off. And I went back at Freddie, with the bat, and I told him that, where this bat is going to go, right? Come. So we actually got into a serious argument, and it was really funny of Freddie.
Oh, we're losing you. We're losing you. We're losing you.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. It was funny of Freddie.
So I just said, I mean, the way he was describing it, like every six he said he's 8 or 6, and after every ball he looked at me, and then I mean, the way he explained it was really funny. I remember, obviously, I was so angry, and uh, when I hit Brody for 6 sixes, the first look was to Dimitri Mascarenhas, and the second look was to Andrew Flintoff, because I remember Dimitri hitting me for 5-6 in the last of our Oval game. You remember that?
At the Oval,
So
yeah.
I was like, the monkey is off my back. I was so happy about that. I mean,
Well,
hitting six
you,
sixes.
you couldn't look at me because I was on the beachfront just trying to collect the balls, mate. So I was I was gone. I was out the stadium. I was there down near the hotel on the beachfront where we stayed.
Yeah, it was one of those games which I think we all will remember.
What are you involved in business wise now, mate? I know UE Can is something that is very very close to your heart.
Yeah, definitely. We started to, UV Can charity started to do treatments for younger kids now. We have about 35 children who we treat almost every 2 or 3 months. So, treatment was the biggest concern for us, and it takes, you need a lot of funds to treat young children. And then obviously, the businesses around UV Cans for fashion, sports, now hopefully getting into health and wellness. I mean, it's a slowdown for business at the moment around the world. But I think once the lockdown is over, probably going to go full strength on the businesses and the charity. It's something that I look forward to. Something I feel that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I can give something back to the society. Something is very close to my heart, and probably make a big brand
Yep.
out of it one day and be proud of it, like you've done with the
Yeah.
rhinos.
Yeah, we try. What about coaching, brother? We talk commentary. What about coaching? Is coaching something that you might have a look at? Is like franchise cricket, being a mentor for an RPL franchise, attractive to you or not?
I'll probably start with that. I'm very keen on coaching. I'm more keen on coaching than commentary because
Yeah, yeah,
I think I have a lot of good insight for limited overs cricket to tell younger kids about mindset. Down or five down, what is your mindset going to be when you're batting? So I decide on that. Probably start with a mentor, and if it goes well, get into full-time coaching. I'm not thinking about it right now, but I have about 16, 17 cricket academies running at the moment, which I started 10 years ago. So work with a lot of kids over there. Hopefully, when the lockdown is over, I'd get back and start working again. So I'm pretty much set without commentary. But on
I'll
your
get you in the
demand,
commentary box. I will get you in the box. Don't you worry. I'm all over it. I'm going to get you. I've spoken to Star. I'm all over it. I'm going to get you.
Sounds good,
We'll
mate.
get you. Coaching, you said you could advise youngsters, and I know that me and you had a bit of a ding dong on Twitter a couple of seasons ago, one season ago, when Rishabh Pant kept slogging every single ball down deep cow corners. What on earth would you tell that lunatic?
My friend, he was playing the fifth ODI game of his career when he hit that shot.
Say what? Say that again.
He was playing the fifth ODI game of his career, that shot he
Yeah.
played. I mean, everybody was pissed at the shot. But the point is that it's bad thinking on the coaching staff, on the team management to bring in a guy who's played five ODIs or seven ODIs. You're playing a World Cup, goddammit. You can't play a guy who's played five ODIs. Nothing is Rishabh Pant, nothing against Vijay Shankar, but you need some kind of experience. You can't. You thinking, okay, what happens if Rohit and Virat gets out one game? So it was like I was watching. Honestly, I was watching the game, and my flight landed in India was like 40 for something, four or something, and he blocked two balls, and I said, this is not looking good. And third ball straight into in the hands of Millie because experience is not there. If he would have played about 40, 45 ODIs, he probably would have taken a single and gone the other side. So we did not plan it really well, my friend. It was really bad planning.
But you say that he's only played his five one-day internationals, but IPL cricket is like an international every single time you go out and play. So there is the experience of playing in big crowds, playing, right?
My friend, there is experience of playing big crowds, But when you're playing an IPL game for 20 overs, where you have the authority to go big at any time, and then you're playing a 50-over game where you don't have authority to hit it when you can. There are times when you feel like hitting the ball, but you say, no, I'm going to take a single, I'm going to the other end. So the mindset clearly was very different. T20 is
Mm.
very different for 50 overs.
Mm.
So that was completely not there. If the IPL was 50 overs for last 10 years, and he would have played 3 IPLs with 100 matches of experience under his belt, he would have, trust me, he would have taken a.
Mm.
So I just feel that, you know, I mean, honestly, the guys played a bad shot. We played a couple of bad shots entirely a career. But
Plenty.
compare, yeah, but compare yourself when you came in the side playing 5 ODIs.
I went
And
100. I think I played. I think I will, Yuvraj, quickly. I think I went 100, 100, 100 against South Africa when I came in.
no doubt about that. But I'm just saying your mindset after 50 games or 50
Mm.
test matches.
Yeah, you're a lot more experienced. Yeah, yeah.
I remember talking to you about test matches, and you clearly told me that, the best way to bat in test matches is bat session by session.
Yeah,
You know how you need to bat in every session. You said
yeah.
if the ball is time for you to smack it, smack it. Like I remember your innings at Lords. You were seaming around, and Zach was you're getting the ball away and in, and suddenly after lunchtime you just smacked everyone. So
Mm.
so I don't think you would have that mindset after playing 5 test matches. You probably would have learned after a few test matches
You
how to
definitely
build your
learn.
innings.
Yeah,
So in such a big stage, you need that learning experience.
yeah, yeah. No, no, I
Absolutely.
agree. Experience comes with playing, and I suppose experience comes also with failure. So learning to fail, understanding failure, learning, and I think just from my side, I just see the guy with so much flipping talent. Like the guy is a freak show. Some of the stuff he does is freakish. But when you see somebody who's a freak show and he consistently makes the same mistake, I suppose that's where my frustration came from.
Because you were comparing yourself to him. Because you felt in the first five one days you scored 300s. Why can't this guy do it? He's probably not as mentally as sharp as you at that time. It'll probably take him more time to
Maybe.
get with the program. So everybody's different.
Yeah. Have
So
you got a
every,
ponytail? Just seen a
I have,
reflection there on the back. Oh my
I have,
goodness.
man.
What
I
is
don't,
going on?
I don't have a hairdresser. I probably have to buzz my hair myself. Can you do it
What
for
is
me?
what is going on, brother?
I'm just looking sexy as I get older.
You're a fine red wine, aren't you?
Oh yeah, man.
Have you
I am
been
getting there.
training in lockdown or no? No training.
I have only been training.
Well, how
Only
you been
been
training?
training.
Eating's
I
not
pro
training, but
I'm probably doing, honestly, I have not trained so much in my entire career that I've trained the last 2 months.
how are you training?
Luckily, I have a gym, so doing weight training and cardio one day, weight training one day, stuff like you're doing. So I think in old age, you got to work harder on your body,
This is so
and
true.
probably telling people out there to stay fit at home. And I think this is the best time to actually get fit because you got nothing to do. You'd rather
Yeah.
work it on your body and get the best results.
Agree. Agree, agree, agree. Brother, it's been amazing. Thank you so much. You are a legend. I love you. You know that. And I think we've been through as much as we could have possibly gone through.
Yes, we have, my friend. You've been a great player. You've been a treat to watch. You've been uh, I don't know, probably $1 million when, sometimes when you're on a roll. And we've had a great relationship off the field. The,
Yep.
the, thou- the number of times you've abused me, I've taken with a smile.
You had
It's
to take it with a smile. You could only take it with a smile just because you just kept knocking me over. You were like Muralitharan. He smiled at every batsman because he knew he was going to fucking knock him over every single time he bowled to him.
cheers, bro.
Love you, brother.
You take care.
Catch you, mate.
See you. Bye.